Hello everyone, welcome to our channel once again. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates, and also leave a comment to express your thoughts on this. The Labour Party, the People's Democratic Party, and African Democratic Congress and 6 other political parties on Tuesday demanded a fresh election, saying the February 25th presidential poll in Nigeria has been unrecoverably compromised. Reports gathered that Labour Party National Chairman Julius Abure, the PDP Chairman Iyorchia Ayu, as well as the ADC counterpart Ralph Nwosu, disclosed their stance during a joint press conference at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Abuja. Part of the grouse is that Saturday's presidential election was manipulated by officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission at polling units, especially by their failure to upload results electronically on the Commission's result viewing portal. This election is not free and far from being fair, adding that there are ongoing cancellation of results from areas of strength of the opposition parties. Abure, who spoke on behalf of the Labour Party, PDP, and the ADC, said the aggrieved parties declared a vote of no confidence on INEC Chairman Prof. Mahmood Yakubu and asked him to immediately step aside for an unbiased person to take over and conduct a fresh election.
In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every judgment is established. Now, the general election that is just concluded, which the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC) has just been declared the winner. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been seen by international organizations and Nigerians as a whole as the worst electoral fraud of all history. It's been seen as the worst electoral fraud in the history of mankind. That's exactly the way this election has been described. Now, from the beginning of this electoral process, the INEC, that is the National Independent Electoral Commission, made a promises to Nigeria to conduct free, fair, credible election. And that is what President Muhammad Buhari promised Nigeria, because that was what brought him, President Muhammad Buhari, to power. Free, fair, credible election. Then sitting President Goodluck Jonathan gave power to the National Independent Electoral Commission, the chairman then, Professor Tahiru Jaga, to conduct election without interference of any government. And he was the sitting government. He did that, and that process saw him leaving the office because he did what he needed to do. In this 2023 election, President Muhammad Buhari, who benefited from free, fair, and credible election, promised Nigeria that he was going to conduct free, fair, and credible election. But unfortunately, what did we see? We saw the worst electoral fraud in the history of mankind. These are things that are glaring, opened. The process of election starts from casting your vote, and from casting your vote, ballots are counted at every polling unit. Nigerians witness a particular presidential candidate winning and leading from every polling unit in each of the states, only for them to declare. By the time you get to the ward, from ward to state, the story has changed. And today, that electoral fraud has produced a president that will rule over 200 million people. Now, the question I keep asking is this: if you get to power through fraud, how are you going to rule? How are you going to manage the situation? Because you have men and women who have participated, who have helped you to commit this fraud to get to power. When you get to power, what are you going to do to these men and women who has helped you to get to power through this means? This is why corruption can never cease in our country. This is why the fight of on corruption can never be won, because the people who are supposed to be at the forefront of this corruption fight are corrupt themselves. That is just the honest truth. A man who have compromised electoral process cannot be honest in any way, any form in the government, cannot be honest to the people, cannot be honest to his countrymen, because the process that brought them to power is corrupt. So you cannot lay a wrong foundation and think that by the time you building stands, you are going to correct it. These things are not corrected on the top; it's corrected from the foundation. And the electoral process that brings you to the power, that brought any government to power, is the foundation of that, government. So take it or leave it. We have a 40 incoming government through corruption who has compromised and denied, the good people of Nigeria from reaping the dividend of their vote, from having the right person who they've elected into power. That is what we are seeing today. And it is a pain in the heart of every single man and woman who has gone out there to exercise this, their franchise, to make sure that they cast their vote and their vote counts. And what do we see? At the end of the day, these people has counted their vote and their vote has not counted. People has disenfranchised them. People have truncated the will of the people. People has robbed Nigerians of their preferred presidential candidates. And at the end of the day, you think that such government who has come on the basis of electoral fraud is going to salvage the situation on ground? The answer is no. The PDP, the Labour Party and other six political parties has demanded that the chairman of the National Electoral Commission, Yakubu Mahood Yakubu, should resign. And they have also demanded for a fresh election. But can this happen? The answer is no. Even when they were complaining, the INEC of chairman said they are going to conclude the process, and whosoever is not pleased should go to court. And they know that there is no hope in our judiciaries because the highest bidder gets the judgment. That is the system that is being practiced here in our country. It's quite unfortunate that we find ourselves in this, mess. The question is that how did we get here? How did we get here? That is the question we keep asking. Well, this is what is on ground. I would like you to comment on this and share your thoughts. Let's know exactly the way you feel. And also, subscribe to our channel for updates of this and more to come. Thank you.